How effective do you think it will be to sue the advertisers leaving your platform or hesitant to advertise on your platform? How effective do you think that will be in winning back their business and increasing X's advertising revenue?
I don't know. It's kind of close, but if I had to make a bet, I would say they'll probably tell you to go yourself. Is my guess.
Interesting choice of words. X is suing their advertisers, or at least threatening to. Yeah, that's us. Wait, are we getting sued, Xander?
I don't know.
I haven't checked my email today. Are we getting sued? Probably not, because we're still advertising on X. We've been pretty bullish on performance of X advertising. X has had a series of own goals here. I think this is probably the next one. So first, okay, what happened? So X, formerly Twitter, of course, filed a federal antitrust lawsuit in Texas against the Global Alliance for Responsible Media, or GARM, G-A-R-M, and several companies, including Unilever, CVS, Mars, and Orsted. The lawsuit alleges these entities conspired to withhold billions of dollars in advertising revenue following Elon Musk's acquisition of the platform in October of 2022. X claims that GARM's membership condition, which requires members to withhold advertising from non-compliant platforms, led to a massive advertiser boycott against X. The lawsuit also references a GOP-led House Judiciary Committee report accusing GARM of shadowy corporate coordination to encourage a advertiser boycott aimed at conservative media outlets and personalities. Okay, cool. So that's high level what happened. We learned about this, and most people did, through Linda Yaccarino, ex-CEO, posting an article and video about this earlier this week. So I'll just read a little bit from her post. Obviously, Linda Yaccarino, advertising industry veteran. She's in deep with the brand marketing ecosystem. I think she knows leadership at a lot of these organizations from her prior career. So here's a quote from her post. After a career in media and advertising, I thought I had seen everything. Then I read the U.S. House of Representatives Judiciary Committee's report entitled GARM's Harm last month. The report disclosed that their investigation had found evidence of an illegal boycott against many companies, including X. As the report found, evidence obtained by the committee shows that GARM and its members directly organized boycotts and used other indirect tactics to target disfavored platforms, content creators, and news organizations in an effort to demonetize and, in effect, limit certain choices for consumers. End quote. The consequences, perhaps the intent of this boycott, was to seek to deprive X's users, be they sports fans, gamers, journalists, activists, parents, or political and corporate leaders, of the global town square. Put simply, people are hurt when the marketplace of ideas is undermined and some viewpoints are not funded over others as part of an illegal boycott. All right, so that's what happened, what Linda's take is on it. Xander, how effective do you think it will be to sue the advertisers leaving your platform or hesitant to advertise on your platform? How effective do you think that will be in winning back their business and increasing X's advertising revenue?
I don't know. It's kind of close, but if I had to make a bet, I would say they'll probably tell you to go yourself. Is my guess.
Interesting choice of words.
Yeah, I mean,
words.
I'm not a lawyer, but I've never heard of anything like this, and I cannot possibly imagine there's anything even remotely resembling a real case here.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think this is an own goal on X's part. You know, we've mentioned many times that even though X has had a lot of controversy over the past couple of years, it's actually a great time to advertise on X, but it's because all of these advertisers are bowing out. So anyone who knows how advertising works, there's this concept of ECPM, or cost per buying 1,000 impressions. The more people are bidding and competing, the higher that cost goes. When everyone flees an ecosystem, prices are low, ROI is good. So I don't mind that everyone's gone, because it means upticks work on X is more effective and better ROI for our clients. But yeah, as far as like for the health of X, is a horrible move. Obviously, it's a horrible move. So like if you're not going to get anyone to resume advertising because you're suing them. And it's also pretty contrary to like the free speech maximalism stance that Elon has said outwardly is like the vision for X. So free speech works in both ways. It also means if I don't want to support your platform because I don't agree with the views there, I am not required to. So yeah, it's a bad look. It's going to get them a lot of bad press. I think it's only going to further discourage advertisers from working with them. I see no upside in this.
What is he doing? I kind of hate talking about Elon just because it's like so overplayed, but he's like completely lost the thread. Like I don't understand what the universe he's living in where like this makes any sense. And like Linda Yaccarino is supposed to be the adult in the room. I saw her quote. She seems so neutral. She sounds like a politician, you know, just like someone who's like literally like clearly saying something and you can like see behind her eyes she like just inherently doesn't believe it. But it's like, or like a hostage, you know, she's there like gun to her head, like read this script. It's like this, what is going on here? I feel like we're in the weirdest timeline.
Yeah, I do have another kind of counter take on this, which I have always thought the idea of brand safety is like a very, I don't know, let's call it like mid-curve idea, in the sense that what is the situation that you're actually avoiding? Just talking it through practically, the concept of brand safety, which is that there is someone that is consuming content that is offensive or controversial in some way, and then they see your ad next to it, and then they're offended that they see your ad next to this content. Like, obviously there's corner cases, but say that there's stuff on the opposite side of the political spectrum where your content shows up.
Right.
The person looking at that content probably has an affinity for that content. There's always concerns about advertising appearing alongside adult content. Well, that person is in most cases choosing to consume that content. So I think it's a very rare corner case that 9 times out of 10, it's someone is not going to judge your product because it is an ad appearing alongside the content that is their content of choice, or the content, the ad that the algorithm is serving them because it's found that they like content for that. So yeah, that's kind of a tangential point, is I think brands in general care way too much about this idea of brand safety, as though obviously there's optics concerns. There can be PR nightmares related to that, of people screenshotting and showing like, oh, this company is supporting this cause because the ad shows by it. But I see some companies actually thinking that like their ROI is worse for advertising in more controversial ecosystems. And I think that's just a bad take. So bit of a side rant about the concept of brand safety and ROI related to that. But more just word to the wise of why maybe from an ROI standpoint, people should still consider advertising on X, even if they continue to do dumb stuff like this.
Yeah, and I think it just like at the end of the day, it comes down to, it's like, why do people advertise on Facebook or on Meta? It's like they have a killer ads product. You can't afford not to advertise on Meta. If you don't, your competitors will. You'll be competed out of business. And so it's like, this is just, you can, there's one way to get advertisers to advertising platform, have a good advertising product. All the rest of this is just idiocy and noise and a waste of money.
And the really important part is we have an excuse to have an Elon thumbnail on Uptick clip.
That's what it's all about.
Drives the clicks, and that's what really matters at the end of the day. All right. Thanks, everyone. As always, the pod was brought to you by team here at Uptick. You probably heard us say before, but here at Uptick, we help games grow. We provide the people for creative, user acquisition, analytics, all the related functions, and we provide the software to automate and streamline all parts of that through the Uptick platform. If you're scaling a game and want good folks and good software to enable that, reach us through our website, uptick.com, upptic.com.
Talk soon.